Slime. Gotta press record when it starts getting too deep. Alright. Well, let's do this first. What line were we on? We're just gonna dive into where we was at. So we was right here. Okay. Remember thine own dignity, nor dare descend to evil or to meanness. But check this out. Let's just go back from here. Matter of fact, we're just gonna have to go in. We're gonna start. Okay, right here. This is where it got real scientific. It is not in flesh to think. It is not in flesh to think. It is not in bones to reason. Like they pull out a gun on you and your bones start saying, please, please don't shoot me. Like the bones know they're about to get shot. Please. It is not in bones to reason. The lion knoweth not that worms shall eat him. Right? The lion's gonna... Obviously, the lion's not gonna live forever. When he passes...
The flesh is gonna get
yeah, the flesh is going back into the earth. That's a fact. The ox perceiveth not that he is fed for slaughter. He might. Towards the end, he might start to think, hold on, what's going on? Nah, but for the most part, they don't know. You being all friendly. I seen a video where the Moor was traveling. He went to go get some salt and then to bring it back to his village or whatever. But he went on foot and he took his son with him. And I think he took a camel. Yeah, he took a camel, I think. But the camel was only to carry stuff, right? Not to carry them. They walked. And he had a little lamb with him. So like halfway through the trip, he wasn't eating nothing. He was just drinking water, whatever little snacks he might have had. But then halfway through, he just kills the lamb. They killed the lamb and then he cooked them up and they ate the meat. And that lamb, he had no idea. He was robbing, or he was riding with them. He was mobbing with them the whole way, like, living with them and then walk with them. And then one day he sacrificed so that they can eat. I don't think that was right. You know what I mean? But I mean, like it says here, the ox proceeded not. This is just to make the point. Fed for the slaughter. He's fed for the slaughter. Something is added to thee, unlike to what thou seest. Okay, something is added to thee. You have something different than say the lion or the ox or say your bones themselves. You know what I mean, or the flesh itself, right? Because it is not in flesh to think. Something.
Was you reading that to me?
I'm recording.
Sorry.
What's up?
I was about to tell you that I was getting in the show.
Okay. Something is added to thee, unlike to what thou seest. Okay? So, unlike to what thou seest. Something informs thy clay higher than all is the object of thy senses. Something informs thy clay, the earth, the body, your body, higher. So something that's of a higher vibration than all is the object of thy senses. So your senses are at a higher vibration than that of, say, the lion, the flesh, right? The ox, right? Behold, what is it? So what is it that's vibrating higher? What is that? Okay. The body remaineth perfect after it is fled. Okay. It's just saying that, because you're made perfect, and then so the body's going to go, it's going to go back. It's going to be basically back into nature. So it's going to stay there. Nothing changes when you leave. From the moment that you leave to the moment, no, from the moment that you're living to the moment that you leave, right? From that moment of transition, the body remaineth the same as from when, you see what I'm saying? So you leaving does not change the body, except for that life is gone. So the body remaineth perfect after it is fled. Therefore, it is no part of it. It is immaterial. Therefore, it is eternal. It is free to act. Therefore, it is accountable for its actions. Accountable. Remember, so that means anything that you think, or your thoughts, which turn into words, actions, or deeds, right? Your thoughts that turn into words, actions, or deeds, you're accountable for those. You're accountable for those. Okay? And you don't have to want to be accountable for it. It's gonna happen by nature. If you choose to eat pizza 7 days a week, guarantee your body is going to become responsible for that. You know what I mean? And your mind. Because just eating a certain food can create a certain chemical reaction within your body that can change your way of thinking. That can further put you in a lower vibration, is what you're not understanding. But which that lower vibration is what's going to keep you stuck. You know what I'm saying? Or it's going to stunt the growth. You're supposed to be growing. That's a fact. So the body remaineth perfect after it is fled, therefore it is no part of it. It is immaterial, therefore it is eternal. It is free to act, therefore it is accountable for its actions. So just because you're not, even also just because you're not acting on those thoughts, right? Thinking them, also you shouldn't be thinking certain thoughts. I mean, you should learn how to move towards bringing about higher vibrational thoughts, right? It's not that you don't think these thoughts. It's about you replace them with higher vibrational thoughts. 8. Where are we at? 8. Knoweth the ass to use the use of food, right? So does the donkey know, all the uses of the food? Do they know? No, they're eating because they're hungry. They're an animal. Okay, so that's animal instinct to eat, right? Because his teeth mow down the herbage. And my apologies, I didn't finish the question, but still. Does the donkey know the use of the food just because he knows how to chew it down and swallow it, right? And because his body does the rest, you think he fully understands, food, or that he could even really comprehend it? Because animal can't even grow his own food. But he doesn't need to, because the food's on the earth. He knows that it's just there, right? Actually, growing food is not smart. You're not smart because you could grow food. I mean, you're different. You have something different in you. But even the food aspect of it, we're coming into the knowledge where we're understanding that food is not, nothing big. You should be having less food than having food, okay? So does the donkey know the inner and outer workings of food just because he chews down the food? No. Does a crocodile stand up straight like a man? Does he stand erect like a man? Even though his spine is straight as ours, right? Or standeth the crocodile erect, although his backbone is as straight as thine? Allah formed thee as he formed these. After them, all wert thou created. Superiority and command were given thee over all, and in his own breath did he communicate to thee the principle of knowledge. The principle of knowledge. And in his own breath did he communicate to thee the principle of knowledge. I have somebody online the other day saying, oh my God, the energies just does everything for me, the energies. And then I made a statement about how, not to forget the knowledge. Don't forget the principle of knowledge. And they're like, no, it's just the energy. It's just the energy. Like the energy is all I need. And I said, okay, because I'm not gonna argue with a fool. I'm done arguing with people. It doesn't make no sense. Someone's trying to communicate to you something to help bring about understanding. I'm just not gonna say that to him no more. Just keep growing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lower my vibration to help save you, and then people don't want to listen. They want to argue. Know thyself and the pride of his creation. So when you go outside and you're like, oh, there's homeless people in the back, there's these people out here, you think, oh, this is ugly, this is nasty, this is ugly. But if you look at the creation, this is what we were just talking about, how people don't even appreciate the trees like that. They don't appreciate the trees. Like, they disregard nature. They disregard everything that sustains them. Everything that keeps them alive, they disrespect it, and continue to just poison themselves. Like, literally, they're like poisonous cells. Because they keep eating. They don't even pay attention to the fact that they're breathing. They're basically walking dead. Like the Walking Dead, basically. But the thing is that nature is keeping you alive. Even though you disrespect the nature, it's still keeping you alive. And it's going to fight to keep you alive. And your body's going to keep doing what it does naturally without you having to do anything except be in nature. Except be out here and breathe. That's all you got to really do. And just doing that, you're sustained. But you are like a parasite. You're a virus on the earth that's just basically just poisoning yourself. Like your mind, you have no control of your mind and your body. You see what I'm saying? And then if you do try to gain some type of control, depending on what cycle you're in, it depends on what level you're eating at. So if you're eating at you're still eating meat like that, like, faithfully, consistently, along with everything else, then you're in the hardest stage to get out of, depending on your willpower and the energies that are manifested within your being, how you deal with situations. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. But everybody has the ability to get back, because naturally your mind and your body, you heal. You're Wolverine. You're like Wolverine. You heal naturally, easily. Your body has the Wolverine power. If you get cut, it's gonna heal. It's probably not as fast as Wolverine, but it's gonna heal. Okay? Know thyself and the pride of his creation. Why wouldn't you have pride in being a human being? You got put at the top. You got put at the top of the food chain, right? In the lower vibrational plane of things made manifest. You got put at the top. The trees outside are giving you air that sustains you, your mind and your body. Yeah, 1 second. So let's go into some right here because it was powerful. So know thyself and the pride of his creation. You know what I mean? The sun is still shining. The lime uniting divinity and matter. Behold, a part of Allah himself within thee. They told you that in chapter 1. Remember thine own dignity, nor dare descend to evil or to meanness. I remember when my mom used to say, don't dare do something. If you get dared to do something by mother, you knew not to do it. This is holy instructions from the prophet, know thyself, which is the first thing they tell you when you open the book up. It's the first thing. It's the first thing. So let's go back. Remember thine own dignity, nor dare descend to evil or meanness. Okay. Nor dare descend to evil or meanness. All right. Let's see. Bad, vicious, ill, wicked. Let's get to the good stuff. Where's it at? Right here. The adverb is Old English, yifen, or if. I'm not even gonna attempt. Originally of words or speech, also as a noun in Old English. What is bad? Sin, wickedness. Anything that causes injury, morally or physically. This is the definition. Give me 1 second. This is the definition that fits the situation best. Anything that causes injury, morally or physically. That's just part of it, right? But this one particularly, right? And then it goes on actually, especially of a malady or disease from century 1200. Disease. This also has to deal with what we're talking about. So evil, if evil is anything that causes injury, morally or physically, especially of malady or disease, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Is that correct? Let's see. Huh?
Malady.
Malady?
Malady.
Malady. Yeah, tell mommy, is she in there?
She's taking a shower.
Okay. We'll wait for her to get out to do it. All right. So let's see, anything that causes injury morally or physically. So if evil is anything that causes injury, I already said, don't dare descend to evil. So that means don't dare do anything that causes injury morally or physically. Right? Especially something that could cause disease. So eating food causes injury. It's a fact. Eating food when you don't eat food, you heal. It's a fact. Everybody knows about fasting. This is not a debate. Fasting heals. The body regenerates. Everything becomes revitalized in its time. And the forces of nature facilitate that. You understand? The forces of nature facilitate that. And so this is where it's at. It's the eating game. And that's why, at the end of the day, you studying. You gotta apply this info, because if you just studying, you're not applying it, then you half stepping. You know what I mean? Like, you're not being active. If you don't do anything else, proclaim your nationality, and save yourself. You know what I mean? Nobody can breathe for you. That's a fact. Nobody can breathe for you. So since I can't breathe for you, all I could do is tell you, go look at chapters 1, 2, and 3, and then go look at chapter 36. And then give you these other keys, you know what I mean? Brought down to us by some of the elders that we should have been had this. Right? It was Taj that taught me about etymology. It wasn't temple number, whatever temple. That's not where I didn't learn about it. That's not where I learned about it. Okay? It was RV Bay Publications. Now we're gonna just keep growing. We just gonna keep growing, and then it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Look at this. Look at this. Know thyself in the pride of his creation, the line uniting divinity and matter. Behold, a part of Allah himself within thee. Remember thine own dignity, nor dare descend to evil or meanness. So that means you gotta become pure. Not just be like, yeah, I'm pure, buy some fresh clothes. Like, look, you gotta watch what you eating. Number one, you can't be eating whatever you want to eat. Yeah, do that and then get it over with. You never had something before? Try it. Try it once or twice, get it over with. You have that experience, and then move on. Keep it pushing, right? So don't you dare descend to evil. You don't want to. You eat when you have to. See what I'm saying? Not you. People be thinking they need to eat. They don't even know how long they could go. Never even tested their selves. Never even pushed their body. Believed the model that was given to them. They believed the model that was given to them, and then they just, follow that. Didn't work, then they ran back to the same people. Hey, that's not working. Do you have something better than that? You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to tell you. Like, it's business. They're doing business. Come on. They're doing business. All right? They don't care about your health. They're doing business. Unless you're dealing with somebody who's sincere. That individual is separate from the entity, except for that which he allows his fellow man to subject him to do. Also, you know what I mean? If he subjects himself to the authority of another man and then does evil upon someone, doesn't matter if he's sincere or not, he's messing up. He should know to go against that. Anyways, who planted terror in the tail of the serpent? Who clothed the neck of the horse with thunder? Even he who hath instructed thee to crush the one under thy feet, and to tame the other to thy purpose. Malady. Say it again.
Malady.
Malady. Malady is a disease or ailment. So let's play this. These keys right here. Matter of fact, we might have to play the other one first because they might not get it. Let's play this other one first. But I don't even know how far back I gotta go. And we only got like 5 minutes left. So let's just play this one. Let's see what we was getting at about nature right here.
Nature should feel better.
Okay, yeah, let's go back a little bit.
It is an indication. चेतावनी दे रही है.
Right.
कभी भी nature against नहीं चलता अपने body. So here's that person. They realize I'm doing something wrong with myself. I don't feel good.
And he's talking about when you start feeling bad, and you know you gotta know it's what you're eating. You know what I mean? You gotta know it's the food, and then also you know what's going on. Like this, there's no reason to not want to be moving towards non-eating because right now, food is gonna be scarce. Fiat is not gonna be worth nothing. You see what I'm saying? And they're, you know, the whole system they got set up for you is falling apart because it's unnatural, and we in the new age, and you not ready to transition. But this information is coming, and you're not gonna have a choice.
So now let's go back to the basics. Your meditation, that's number one, right? Yes. What's number two? Yes. Right. Exercise. Number four. Fasting. Number five. Relationship. So now when we go back to number six, nature should feel better about itself. If those other things is in line, nature should feel better, and it's getting more energy. If everything is fine, then the nature should be fine. Yes. Practice those other things because you have responsibility over nature. That's breatharianism. Nature should be fine. Yes. Practice those other things because you have responsibility over nature. That's fine. Then the nature should be fine. Yes. Practice those other things because you have responsibility over nature. That's breatharianism. And the nature should be fine. Yes. Practice those other things because you have responsibility over nature. That's breatharianism.
And when you get to that level, you actually are using what we could call human photosynthesis. You are able to extract everything from anywhere, from nature, anywhere.
There you go. Because you're one with it.
Yeah.
There's no in between. That's a holistic lifestyle. There's no separation from you and the elements. The water's here. The blood is going, it's flowing. The rivers is there. Yes. The fire is there. There's heat all in your body. I'm 98.6 degrees inside. It didn't change because I eat or don't eat. The body is always going to maintain that temperature. That's the heat element. Then we got the air element going through the body. Those are elements. Then we got the earth itself. The skin start getting clear. The eyes start getting clear. Nature harmonized itself. It's perfect. You're already perfect. You are one with the macrocosm. You should be sustained by it. This is your birthright.
This is your birthright. Because I don't think we got time to make it to the other one. But I come with another one where he was basically saying something else about that. But the fact that the colonials, how they got you paying rent. The colonizer got you paying rent. And this is your land. Like you are the land. You're a Moor. So you are the land, right? And if you're not a Moor, you still the land too. But everybody's a Moor, so everybody's the land. Facts. So at the end of the day, you are the land, and you just need to deal with yourself a little bit more. It's kind of like you're neglecting yourself by not being in nature. You're neglecting yourself by eating so much. So there's the levels. The higher levels of eating is like eating less and eating smaller portions, and eating lighter foods, high vibrational foods that are higher vibrational foods, even though food is basically a lower vibrational light. So at the end of the day, it's all about letting go. You don't have to do nothing. You have to just let go. You don't have to add nothing to what practice should I do. You just have to let go of these worldly things, including food. And as you do, you'll see more and get back in nature, and then you'll become more in tune, and you'll know what to. You don't gotta ask nobody. Islam.